Hello and welcome back to Finance 101, your money management source. Today we're talking about taking on additional expenses while receiving no tangible benefit for it. Okay, hear me out. We're talking about insurance. Insurance comes in all shapes and sizes, but there is an overall definition. Basically, insurance is policy that allows you to pay a smaller amount into a large pot. And in return, if you ever need to use that large pot, you can. There are lots of different types of insurance, but you don't necessarily need every kind. Some types are mandatory and some are just recommended. If you have a driver's license or own a car, you'll already know about auto insurance. Auto insurance is required by law. Typically, auto insurance provides liability insurance, medical payments, and coverage for physical damage. It's also legally required to have health insurance. Many people take advantage of a health insurance plan offered by their employer, but there are other means of acquiring that if you don't have a full-time job or just want a different plan. You can shop around on your own and find a provider that works best for you. If you're below a certain income level or if you're over the age of 65, you also may qualify for federally funded health insurance like Medicaid or Medicare. Next up, there are insurance policies that aren't legally required but highly recommended. If you rent, you can look at renter's insurance. In fact, your landlord may actually require that you have renter's insurance before you can move in. Homeowners will want to have home insurance. These policies typically protect personal property, loss of use or additional living expense, personal liability, and medical payments. Disability insurance is a means of protection in the case that you become seriously disabled and unable to work for a period of time. If you have disability insurance, you'll be able to count on financial support during a time that you're unable to earn income through working. Similarly, life insurance is a way to protect in case of death. Just to be clear, we don't mean that life insurance protects you from dying. It's not going to make you immortal or something, unfortunately. Life insurance is especially important if you have a family or others who depend on you to bring income home. In the unfortunate case of death, a life insurance policy will cover the loss of financial support to the family. There are other types of insurance: pet insurance, cell phone insurance, the list can go on, but I think you get the gist of it. Now, insurance policies are not one size fits all. You have to make sure that you read the details of your policy to know what is covered and what isn't. For example, home insurance may cover personal property loss after a robbery, but won't cover damage caused by a flood. Read the fine print before you commit to a policy. You also want to know what the deductible is for each policy you have. A deductible is the dollar amount or percentage that you have to pay before the insurance company pays. For instance, if you have a hospital bill for $1,000 and you have a $500 deductible, you would have to pay $500 before the insurance will step in to pay. Deductibles and coverage vary from policy to policy, so make sure that you look at all of your options before you agree to one. The key point here is that insurance is a worthwhile expense to be able to have protection against risk. When you're debating whether a type of insurance is really necessary or not, weigh out what the cost would be if you suffer a risk without insurance. In general, it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. And remember, choose the policies that work the best for you. Shop around, maybe talk with a financial coach or other trusted individual and figure out the best way for you to protect yourself with insurance. Because having insurance makes you happy. Be happy.